Annyeonghaseyo everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel. For this video, we're going to be breaking down the lyrics of Our Night is More Beautiful Than Your Day by NewJeans. It's from the My Demon soundtrack. And I think this is a great song for learning Korean because it's kind of slow, so they pronounce everything really well, and there's not a whole lot of Korean in it, and the grammatical pieces in it are not too complicated. So let's just get into it. Okay, so we're actually going to start off with the title of the song because on my Spotify, it's written in English. But of course, there's a Korean translation for it, and I think that'll also help understand more grammar concepts. So let's break this down really quick. Okay, so the title is Our Night is More Beautiful Than Your Day. This reads, 우리의 밤은 당신의 낮보다 아름답다. So 우리 means we/us, but with this little symbol, it's romanized as UI, but it's pronounced as or ye at the end of a word. So this says 우리의, and when you see this symbol or this UI, it shows ownership or possession. So instead of we/us, it means our. Now the next one is 밤은. 밤 is night, and 은 is the subject marking particle. So this just tells you what the sentence is going to be about. So 밤 is night. 당신. This is a tricky word. This word means you, but it can be either very formal or very, very informal, and in some cases even kind of rude. So I'd never use this word. I got no reason to use this word. But see, it has this UI at the end of it again, so it's saying your instead of you. 낮보다, so not N-A-J. It's pronounced as not as in a T because there's a verb coming right after. There's a consonant coming right after it, so it's 낮보다, but not means daytime, so we'll just write day. 보다 means more than, and then 아름답다 is the verb form of to be beautiful. So when you break this down, it says 우리의 밤은, our night. 당신의, your, not your daytime. More than, beautiful. So our night, 우리의 밤은, your day. 당신의 낮, more beautiful. 보다, 아름답다. Our night is more beautiful than your day. All right, the first words of the song are 함께 가는 거야. Let's break it down. Okay. 함께 means together. You've probably heard this in a K-pop song or K-drama before. This word is very popular. So lock that one into your brains because you'll definitely hear it again. 가는 거야. So this 가 means to go. That's another really common word that you'll hear in the Korean language. It's one of the first verbs you'll learn when you start learning Korean is 가다, which means to go. 가 being the verb stem. And then the ending 는 거야 shows that something is present tense. I think it has a more nuanced meaning than that, but just know that it describes something in the present tense. So this 함께 가는 거야 means we're going together. All right, the next words are 나를 믿어. Quick note, here you can see that the same letter is used twice, but one of them is written as R and one is written as L. These are the same letter, and I wrote a little note about this in my last video. It was from the song Cool With You by NewJeans, so check that out if you want a more detailed explanation, but just know that these are the same letter. So the next words are 나를 믿어. This just translates to trust me. 나 by itself means me. 를 marks it as the object, which means whatever the verb is, which is 믿어 in this sense, it's what's directly happening from the verb, whatever the verb is happening to. So 나를 is the object marking particle, and 믿어 means to trust or to believe. Trust or believe. So 나를 믿어 means trust me or believe me. All right, the next words are 내가 주는 느낌 그걸 믿는 거야. Let's break it down. All right. 내가 means me or I. 주는, so the verb stem 주 means to give. It comes from the verb 주다, if I'm not mistaken, which means to give. So 주는 means like give, and the 는 at the end is kind of like it ties in with this. So the word 느낌 is feeling. So this 내가 주는 느낌 means the feeling that I gave you. The 는 kind of makes 주다 sort of an adjective in a way. But 주 means to give. The 는 means it's the feeling that I gave you. So the feeling that I give, 그걸, 그 means that, 걸 is like thing. So 그걸 just means that. 믿는 거야, we just saw in the last lyrics that 는 거야 is like a present tense thing. And 믿, also from the last lyric, means to trust. So it's saying 내가 주는 느낌 그걸 믿는 거야. Trust that feeling that I give you. To be more specific, it actually reads as the feeling that I give you, trust that. Just like that. Hello, it is editing me from a terrible quality camera to further explain the concept of 는. Okay, I understand this concept, but it's kind of difficult to explain. What I found online, somebody paraphrased it and they said, it's a modification from the word 주다, which means to give, and it describes a noun. So for example, 사람 means person, 주 means to give. So if you want to say a giving person or a person that gives, you would say 주는 사람. A person that gives. 주는 사람. I hope that this explanation helped a little bit. All right. So the next lyrics are 내게 너무 아름다운 너의 밤을 지켜주겠어. This one's a weird line, but let's break it down. All right, let's start up at the top. 내게 means to me. To me, I don't really know why it says 내겐 instead of 내게, but when I go to Google and I look up 내게 versus 내겐, they tell me there's no difference, and 내게 means to me. So 내게 in this situation means to me. 너무 means too much or too. Not too as in as well, but too as in too little, too much. Too much. 아름다운. 아름다 means beautiful, as we saw in the last lyrics. So beautiful. But this little means that it's about to tie into one of these other words. So let's keep breaking it down. 너의, we know that 너 means you, and with this little symbol at the end, it shows possession, so it's actually your. 너의 is your. 밤 is night. 을 is the object marking particle, which means that the final verb is going to be acting on this, which is 너의 밤을. And then 지켜주겠어 means to protect or defend. So this line is weird. It says 내겐, to me, your night that is too beautiful, I will protect it. I know it's weird. The order is just weird, but that's what it means. All right, the next lyrics are 우린 오늘 아무 일도 없겠지만. Let's break it down. 우리 or 우린 means we / us. 오늘 means today. 아무 means any. Il means work. Like 일하다 means to work. Il could also mean work, but in this instant, it means a thing that's going on. So anything, right? Op, EOBS means to not or to not exist. So to not exist. And then jiman means but. So it says today we don't have anything to do but, right? All right, the next part is 그대가 원한다면. So 그대 is a word that means you, but they don't use it in colloquial speaking. It's only used in like words and poems. So it's kind of like ye or thee. I don't know which one of those means you, but it means you. 원하다. 원하다 or 원해 means to want. And 면, this little bit at the end, means if. So, if you want. So tying in from the last line, 우린 오늘 아무 일도 없겠지만, but if you want, right? All right. Last line of the chorus is 언젠가 이 세상의 모든 아침을 나와 함께 해줘. Let's break it down. 언제 means when, and 언젠가 means someday or sometime. 이 is this. 세상 means world. And then you've seen this from earlier in this video. It basically means apostrophe S, because it's showing possession of the word that it's attached to. 모든 means every. 아침 is morning, right? Then this down here, 나와 함께 해줘. 나 means me or I. 와 means and. 함께 means together. 해 comes from the verb 하다, which means to do. And 줘 means do it. So, do it. So, it's funny because 나와 actually means come out. But in this instance, it means and I, meaning like you and I. So, 언젠가 이 세상의 모든 아침을. So someday, let's be together every single morning of this world. Every morning of this world, let's be together. All right, next verse. 이미 알고 있어 흔들리는 너의 눈에 담긴 두려움. Let's break it down. Okay, 이미 means already. 알다 means to know. And when you have 거 있어 after it, it means like basically you're adding ing to it. So knowing. It's present tense. Like it's currently happening. 알고 있어, I'm currently knowing. 흔들리는 means shaking. 너의, you've been looking at this, for this whole song. 너 means you, and with this symbol, it means your. 눈 is eyes, and 에 shows it as a location. So your eyes. 담긴, this is a word I just learned today. It means contained. And 두려움 means fear. So this actually translates to, I am already knowing the fear contained in, this in your shaking eyes. I already know the fear contained in your shaking eyes. Then it goes on again. 우린 어느 아무 일도 없겠지만 그대가 원한다면 언제가 이 세상에 오든 하지마 나와 함께 해줘. And the last line is, well, not the last line, but in the last paragraph is, well, let me write it down for you. All right, the last little bit of Korean in the song is 다시 한번 자신 있게 말하지만 나를 믿고 있다면. Let's get into it. Okay, before we get into this last line real quick, I just want to point out two very important verbs. The verbs are 있다 and 없다. 있다 means to exist or to be, like to be somewhere. And 없다 is the opposite, which means to not exist or to not be there. This is super important. It's in basically all of Korean. So keep that in mind. It'll also come up in this line. But let's just break this down. All right. 다시 means again. Hope y'all can see that. Let me switch markers. All right. 한 번. 한 is one. 번 is like time. Not like what time is it, but this time, that time. 한 번. So one more time. Once again, I guess. 자신 is confidence. 있게, so this it, ISS, comes from that verb 있다, meaning to exist or to be. So 자신 있게 means with confidence. Confidence exists with confidence. 게 is kind of like adding ly to the end of a word, like confidently, lovingly, carefully. 있게. So with confidence, 말하지만. Now, 지만 usually means but. So I'm not sure why it's in this. Maybe it has a different meaning in this instance. But 말하, or 말하, coming from the word 말하다, means to say. And then 나를, na is me or I. 를 marks it as the object, meaning whatever verb is going to happen, it's going to be happening to this, 나를. So me, I. 믿 means to trust or believe. Remember earlier I said 고 있어? The ending 고 있어 means to be happening right now. So like it's like present tense. 고 있어 means to be happening right now, but then 다면, that ending means if. So what this comes down to is 다시 한번, once again. 자신 있게 말하지만, 자신 있게, with confidence, say it one more time. With confidence, say it again. 나를 믿고 있다면. If you're trusting me right now. So if you trust me, say it confidently one more time. Or maybe it's saying, I will say it confidently one more time. It doesn't really specify who is saying what, but somebody is saying, say it again confidently. And then the last words are, 언젠가 이 세상의 모든 아침을 나와 함께 해줘. And that's the end of the song, guys. It's a beautiful song, honestly. I didn't like it at first. I was kind of bored by it. But now that I have broken it down like this, the lyrics are really beautiful and their voices are great. That's the end of the lesson. Thank you so much for watching. This video is going to get posted on the last day of the year, which is crazy. I thought my last video was the last one for the year. I should have just checked the calendar, honestly. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. This is my first month doing it and I'm really enjoying it. Please feel free to leave in the comments how this can be better, what you want to see from me in the future, just ways that I can improve. Correct me if I'm wrong about anything that I was confused about. Let me know what it actually means, because I do a lot of research for these, but sometimes I can't really find answers. But yeah, anyway, I just hope you have a great new year, and yeah, that's it. Peace.